safe from your own home isolation land.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I'm Allison with Sonshine Girls Painting.
And I'm Tone.
So nice to have you join us today. We did actually do this Facebook Live 2 weeks ago, but it was taken down by Facebook. So we're going to do it again so that we can sprinkle some love on the businesses that are, I'm just going to get you to move forward because you're in so much shadow there. I'm going to get you, we're going to talk about all the businesses in town that are doing such a great job in, just showing up and doing what they can for our community. So, yeah, do you want to start with one?
I don't know. Last time you cut me off for wanting to start with the one that you wanted to start
well,
with.
I know, but whatever. This is this time. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like Mom said, we want to promote businesses. One of the ones that we would like to promote is Drip on Departure Bay, right beside the 7-Eleven, right across from the beach. They have opened up a walkthrough window. So you can go out. They work 8 to 5. I believe it's every day. Don't quote me on that, but they are open 8 to 5 for walkthrough. So that's a way for you to get your coffee. They have gelato. I don't know if they have it yet, but they run all that stuff. They have some good baked goods there and stuff. So it's really good. Local guys played sports at Malaspina, went to Dover. They're really good guys. I know them personally, and we always have a good time. So go out and support a business like that. They really are trying to do good things.
And that's not to say that we can't be going to our Tim Hortons if that's what you want to do, and I can't be going to my Starbucks if that's what I want to do. But don't forget that there are small businesses that could really use your support and really appreciate your support. I'm part of a survey that was done. They're doing it monthly to see about the impact of COVID on businesses. And what they have found is that can we just turn it to that? Thanks. We just need to make sure it's still going. It's going to cut us off again. So there are different people.
Stop.
We are having just a grand old time dealing with this. Maybe take it in the other room and get it to turn off while I'm talking. All right. So he's going to go and deal with that. We just want to make sure we're not getting cut off because we're doing this on a system and then it filters through to Facebook, and so that we get to appear on Facebook, so it's nice and easy for you guys, but we still get to keep a recording. Anyway, it is an adventure and a half, and so I appreciate your patience with all of that. Anyway, I just, it's great that we can go to our go-to favorites. We can go to our Tim Hortons. We can go to McDonald's. We can go to Starbucks and those kind of things. And I'm not saying don't do it. But this survey that I participate in, and it's done every month, and it interviews every business that wants to get involved in BC. And it's a series of questions. And it looks like only 53 or 58% of the businesses that responded think they're still going to be in business when this is all over. So that means that we're 42 to 48% of businesses, that's almost half of businesses, small to medium-sized businesses, are just not going to make it. So whenever we can really help that local business, that smaller business that maybe doesn't have the protection, it's so appreciated. It makes such a difference to their families, and then they're contributing to the community, and on and on and on. So whenever we can do it. So yeah, go to Tim Hortons a couple of times and then hit Drip, and then go to Tim Hortons a couple of times and then hit Drip. So it's not about one or the other. Just figure out ways that we can take care of both.
There's another coffee shop that I know of. She gives great service. It's the Thirsty Spirit at Bevan Plaza, right by the Quality Foods. She's wonderful. She really makes an effort of making sure that she remembers people's orders and makes people feel like they're welcome every time they go in. She really cares about her staff and stuff. So it's go in, support her as well. Another coffee house. She does all of her own baked goods as well. So wonderful. Makes you feel like home. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. It makes such a difference. These people are not becoming millionaires off of their business. They really aren't. None of us are. It's just we have a desire to serve people the way that we want to serve people and the way we feel they deserve to be treated. And we might not be able to get that working for somebody else. And so I think that is most of the business people I talk to, that's their motivation for being in business for themselves. I'd also like to do a shout out to Rocky Mountain Chocolate. And Nat, she is amazing. She has a location in Woodgrove, so when it opens again, you can actually go in there. She also has Departure Bay Ferries and one in Victoria as well. And so unfortunately, they're closed right now. But she is absolutely tremendous in delivering and taking orders. And she is just a really, really cool human being. She's a franchise owner. So when we see places like Rocky Mountain Chocolate, we're like, oh, I've seen it somewhere else. It must be corporate. No, she is an actual franchise owner and of the 3 locations. And she just took over the Victoria location last summer. So she barely has her feet in there. And yet she is still staying so positive. She's always looking for the silver lining. You know, we had this situation the other day with a realtor and their client and another realtor. And I'm not going to get into all the details. But I just phoned her up and I'm like, hey, everybody played so well together. And I so appreciate that. Can you just send some chocolate out to these places? I got their addresses. She delivered it. They were thrilled. We were thrilled. She was thrilled. Win-win-win all over the place. And so it's a level of service that we can sometimes get from these smaller businesses that we may not be able to get from people who are very much removed from our community.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wonderful. It's always nice when people are, you know, ready to help everybody else and that we all work together. It's like Mom said, community is huge.
Yeah.
So there's also the food truck, Sip and Sliders, also in Departure Bay, kind of that theme. It's
and I think there was Red's Bakery.
Red's Bakery
was down there today as well.
Yeah.
So drive around, you're going to see some food trucks in there. And we really do have to try that Sip and Slide. Like, wow, that sounds too good to pass up.
Yeah. And they've set up like social distancing markers. So they put that out so that people can stay safe while they're serving them. Another place near Departure Bay, it's called Kebap. Wonderful Turkish fella named Mustafa. He's always chit-chatty when you go in there. It's all traditional, authentic Turkish food, which he locally sources out from Nesvogs and COBS for the bread and meat. He's got wonderful reviews. Go ahead and look him up on Facebook. I think he's got over 200-something reviews, and he's like a 4.8. Like,
he's truly a delightful man. Yeah, his name's Mustafa.
Yeah. And wonderful food. Like, the food's really good as well.
Yeah. So that's important. I know there's places, I believe, like Quintessentials is doing online orders. And so if you're looking for some clothes for whenever you get out of the situation, don't go to Amazon. See what's happening in your local community and see ways that you can support them, because the impact is so much stronger to me when we do that. You know, I think in BC, and I can only speak like basically to our community even, the faster we're going to get through, the fastest way we're going to get through this is by supporting each other. And I think it's key to making sure that we, on the island here, that we don't just survive all of this, that we actually thrive and we come up the other end as a better community.
Yeah, I completely agree with that for sure.
Do you know any other businesses?
I had one.
Oh.
I had a couple.
Yeah, and then also, like, while he's thinking of that, like, let's not forget how amazing, like, all of these cashiers are. Like, we go to the grocery store and just thank them for being there. Like, it's just that makes such a difference when they get our support. It makes their days just a little bit brighter, a little bit easier, and nothing can ever go wrong with saying to somebody, "I appreciate you."
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
One of the things I was going to say is that the Island Radio has a website. I don't know if they created it, but they have a Nanaimo website that's Nanaimo.thingsthatAreOpen.com. So you can go there and you can find all of the places that are running, that are still open, still ready to serve people. One of the other businesses is Fuel. Great place to get supplements. Very knowledgeable, willing to take the time. He'll tell you if something's not right or that you should do something else. He'll give you the cheaper option if possible. Really, really nice man. So it's really worth going in there. Again, local franchisee owner. And he really does care about his job and his employees. Yeah. He really does make sure he takes good care of his employees.
Oh, and all on the fitness, idea here. Erin Crawford, that owns BodyTempo. She had just opened up her little boutique. I should say little, but it was like, it's boutique, so it's small, it's intimate. Her studio on McCullough? Yeah, so on that little industrial area across from the Nanaimo golf course. And so her studio is now shut down, but she is actually offering online boot camps. And so it's been a real challenge for her because she has a little one who's just over a year old. And so she's maneuvering motherhood, figuring out this whole new location, because she was doing it out of her home for years when I first started going to her. And then she got a location outside so she could bring in different equipment, do different things, that sort of thing, just have more space. And then this hit. And so it's really, really challenging, especially for those new businesses. Like, we're probably going to weather the storm. You know, we've been around a long time. We have a reputation, and we're able to serve people, and we don't have a ton of overhead. But businesses that have just started out like hers, a lot of people don't even know she's operating right now. So you could definitely go to her website. I think it's bodytempo.com and sign up for one of her free, or I don't know if she's still doing free ones, but she's doing boot camps, and her prices are super reasonable. And she is just the most loving and amazing person. You're going to feel really well supported working with Erin in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. I
don't know either. But you know what? Anybody that you know that is doing a great job, feel free to like pop their name in here. We're happy to do a shout out. If we're able, if we're next door, like next to them, somewhere close or whatever, we're happy to do a quick Facebook Live on location, because why wouldn't we want to support the people in our community? And so please give some thought to those businesses that are in your community. Those are the ones that are keeping the jobs going. They're keeping the taxes going. They're keeping the stores open. And it's not because they're getting rich. It's because they love and truly believe in what it is that they're doing. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, that is us. Again, I'm Allison.
And I'm Tone.
And we are Sonshine Girls Painting. And we really do wish you all the best. So open up your house.
And let the sun shine in.